Holy cow. What, just a cow? Yes. Unfortunately, that's what we're going to be talking about this video. LeBron. You know, there's two sides. There's two sides. Some people, I don't know how many, but some people say LeBron is the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Some say he is not. I'm on the side he is not the greatest of all time. And listen, I think I've said this before, having a GOAT debate is completely endless. No matter what sport it is, this debate will rage on the end of time. I'm not a big fan of trying to say who the GOAT is because each era is different. Like the current era we're in is different from the 90s, the 80s, the 70s. So it's really hard to have a GOAT debate but you know, makes it fun. Talking points on ESPN or other sports channels, or you know, you're at a party somewhere and you know, you can bring up, you know, about the GOAT debate. So, you know, it does create talking points, but GOAT, I don't think LeBron's the GOAT. I don't think he's even close. I really, really don't. Now, yeah, this might be a first. I'm actually going to say something good about LeBron. Can't believe that's coming out of my mouth. But I'm actually going to say something good about LeBron. He made a decision not based on money. You know, it's not very often you actually get to see this. That maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong about something. Maybe LeBron does love the sport of basketball. Maybe he does love it because he could have went to somebody somewhere else, like maybe a Miami, maybe a Golden State, or even a Cleveland, where they would have offered him a bigger cut of the pie, more money. He took a 2-year deal for $8 million. You know, I actually respect that. That he took a considerable amount of pay cut, because clearly LeBron's contracts are some of the largest contracts in the history of the sport. So he went somewhere where he felt like he would have a best chance to win a championship. I'm going to get into that. Where he'd have a best chance to win a championship, even though I don't think it's the best place he could have went. And so he took a pay cut, 2 years, $8 million, you know. I don't know if LeBron's going to play 2 years. He's 41, and he had one of his worst seasons, statistically wise, last year. So I don't think they're going to get the value out of that money because he had one of his worst years, no question about it. And I don't think he's going to be playing 2 years. He's 41. He's really getting up there in age. And I think he probably should have called it a career after this year, but he did not. And now we come into the difficult part of this video. Everybody goes, well, this makes the Philadelphia 76ers NBA favorites to win the championship. I don't think it does. Just because they have a new big three, I don't think this makes them favorites. The problem is Joe Embiid, who's very injury prone, and then you have LeBron, who likes to set out games. This doesn't make them favorites to win the NBA championship. It does not. 76ers last year went 45 or 37. They had serious problems against the Knicks, the eventual NBA champions, and they were swept. They were swept out of the playoffs by the Knicks. I don't think this makes them favorites. I think people are overhyping the 76ers because they got LeBron. They could overhype this when LeBron maybe was in his early 20s, maybe his late 20s, maybe his early 30s. LeBron is way, way, way past his prime. This does not make the 76ers favorites. There was other teams I think should be more favorites. They're going, well, with this lineup, the 76ers are going to win 57 games. I do not think for the life of me that they're going to win almost 60 games. I think they're probably going to have a pretty similar record to last year. They might have more than 45 wins. LeBron, Father Time is going to catch up. It started this year. It started this year with the Lakers. You could see LeBron starting to show signs of that old man age of being in his 40s. And it's going to get progressively worse this year and maybe next year. Some people are going, well, he's going to end his career back-to-back NBA champions. That will give him 6, and that puts him equal footing on Michael Jordan's GOAT status. No, it does not. It does not. A lot of people saying that this will help his status. I don't think it does. I don't think it does, because if you look at a lot of the greats, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Bill Russell, and I could name many, many, many more. Tim Duncan, they stayed one team throughout their career. The one thing that LeBron's legacy is going to be this. Wherever he went, and it's up for debate for Philadelphia, wherever he went, he won a championship. Usually. The first stint with Cleveland, he did not win a championship. So he went to Miami, won championships there. He went back to Cleveland, won a championship there. He won with the Lakers. He went to the Lakers. He won a championship there. Now, Philadelphia. Will he win a championship there? I don't think he is. I don't think he will. I think the team is completely overhyped. I really, really do. Just because you have an aging veteran in LeBron does not make you the favorites. It clearly does not. I was really surprised. I thought that LeBron would go back to Cleveland. I think that probably would have been the perfect ending to his career. But he's chasing rings. He's chasing the GOAT status. The GOAT status has completely left the building. He is not the greatest of all time. He is not. What, just a cow? Where do I put him? Trying to be biased here. I can't put him in the top 5 on GOAT status. Maybe top 10. Maybe. There are so many more players I believe are better than LeBron. I do not believe me for the life of me that he is the GOAT. They have, in the playoffs, they will make the playoffs. I don't see them with a top seed. They might get about a 5 seed, maybe a 4, maybe even a 6 seed. They're going to run into some teams in the playoffs that are way better than them, like the Knicks. I think the only way the 76ers will win an NBA championship is if LeBron turns back Father Time, which he will not. Joel Embiid stays injury-free, and a lot of the other supporting cast, do pretty good. And there has to be a lot of injuries to other teams. That's the only way that they're winning a championship. Back-to-back? No. They are winning 0 championships. And I was thinking about this. I was really thinking about this. It's a little ironic to me, and this is how I'm going to end the video. It's a little bit ironic to me that he's not even going to pass Kobe Bryant on the GOAT status. He went to Los Angeles, to the Lakers, won a championship there. And I'm going to leave you on this note. Where was Kobe Bryant born? Yep. Look that up if you don't know.
Me and Mom are saying that's all for now.
That's all for now.